Welcome to Investors Insight, where today's topic is technical takeover. Guys, first quarter is over, and we are happy for that because first quarter was all about volatility, politics, trade wars, and so we're glad that's behind us. In fact, the S&P 500 posted its first negative quarter since 2015. And so, again, we are happy that's behind us. Good news is, and I hope it's going to be good news, that earnings season starts in 2 weeks, and that's going to be incredibly important to get the news off the negative news and the news on positive news. And so we're looking for earnings season to be pretty positive, especially with tax cuts. Hopefully we'll see some tax cuts will lead to more share buybacks and higher dividends. And so a lot riding on earnings season in 2 weeks to change the narrative. And so, Trey,
I mean, that's for
talk
sure.
about that.
Yeah, I mean, because the narrative, our title is Technical Takeover, because the narrative has been all about the technicals. There's really two sides of market research. There's the technical side, which is numbers, momentum, the trend in the market, and then there's the fundamental side, earnings, GDP, and you know, how things are being made. And really, in this we've had a long time of no fundamental news or no really major driver. Earnings hopefully will be a very strong fundamental driver, but in the meantime, technicals have clearly taken over, and technicals have been weak. Like you said, our first negative quarter in years, we saw that. We saw the S&P's dropping near its 200-day moving average, very strong technical indicator. We saw our first real breakdown in the average stock, trading well below its 200-day moving average. We've seen it a long time. So the technicals really have taken over, and the technicals are bad. So we're going to not only need really good earnings, we're going to need a lot of strong fundamental data. Not just, the trouble with fundamentals is not just good, they need to beat expectations. We're expecting around 18% earnings growth for 2018. That's a large number. Yep. And you got to come in not only where you expect it, but better than that. Something shocking, you know, some good fundamentals, but stuff that people don't expect, because these technicals are strong and they have been very negative lately.
Well, one fundamental is a good example of that, as Trey's talking. There's a Supreme Court case right now that has been argued, not decided, the Mark Janus case out of Illinois. What that simply means is that if you're a government worker, you don't want to be in a union still can't deduct your dues. Well, guess what? That's a fundamental you would not have seen, but if that gets ruled for Mark Janus in this session, he's an Illinois native, but there are a lot of states this applies to, that could be a lot more discretionary income for government workers at the end of the year. So there's a good example of a fundamental that, as you would say, has kind of been, you know, under the covers a little bit.
I'd say that's definitely not being talked about too often. That's a huge amount of discretionary income.
It is.
Based on what you were reading this morning.
Yeah. Right.
There's a lot going on, and like I said, we're happy the new quarter's here. But know that please call us if you have any concerns or questions about what's going on. The market is not dull, and so please call us. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching.